Good evening and welcome to a special edition of Newsbreak Live. I'm Hiba Samad. It's Tuesday, December 24th. Happy Christmas Eve to you and your family. Thanks so much for joining us. Here are your top stories. The City of Torrance is making sure voters are prepared for the new way of voting come 2020. You can consider it a trial run as the Los Angeles County Registrar, Recorder, and County Clerk brings the new voting machines to Torrance for voters to try. On January 21st, you can come to the main meeting room at the Katie Geiser Civic Center Library to see demonstrations of the new machines. In 2020, 5,000 traditional neighborhood polling places will be replaced by 1,000 new voting centers. The new voting machine resembles a large tablet, and the new method even allows people to pre-vote on their smartphones using their sample ballot pamphlet. Once they arrive to the voting center, they'll receive a QR code that can be scanned on the voting machine. Then their ballot will show up on it. Officials say Los Angeles County is modernizing the voting experience to stay current. The technology will allow people to vote when, where, and how they want. It'll give citizens more options with full language services and expanded accessibility. Voters will also have 11 days to vote throughout Los Angeles County, and same-day registration will be easier. This event is open and free to the public. Registration is not required. Again, the demonstration takes place on January 21st from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Katie Geiser Main Library Meeting Room. Honda and the Torrance Salvation Army partnered once again to bring Christmas cheer to those in need by offering hundreds a free holiday meal. 150 American Honda employees volunteered to serve food at the 29th annual American Honda and the Salvation Army's Sharing is Caring luncheon at the Torrance Marriott Redondo Beach. This year, they served more than 1,000 meals to those in need just before the Christmas holiday. Children 17 and under who also attended received a Christmas gift. Santa stopped by and there were various activities for families to participate in. The event offered a full-service meal, catered and served by members of the community as well.
To be able to just bless them with such a fabulous event and a meal just lifts all of our spirits, and it provides something that maybe we wouldn't be able to afford, but Honda being able to come in and do this kind of thing to bless those in need is such a beautiful thing for the holidays, and blesses our hearts as those who serve year round, and also the people who come and have made this a family tradition.
This one is personal because it's very heartwarming to those of us who have to give to those who don't have as much. I'm not going to say they don't have anything, because they do, because you see the joy in their faces when they show up, but they don't have as much material things as we have. So we provide them a place to come and enjoy a meal, see a smile, know that some people care about them, so that they can continue their week on as they get into Christmas and understand what that true Christmas spirit's all about.
This partnership started when the Salvation Army's warehouse was robbed of toys that were saved for children in need. Honda swiftly stepped in to help the Salvation Army. Since then, they've hosted the Sharing is Caring event together every year.
Honda really believes in corporate social responsibility and being part of the community. So we don't want to just reside in Torrance and do business here, but we want it to always be part of the community. So this is one time that our associates all get together and really to share our fortunate lifestyles with the community that's less fortunate.
Torrance Marriott donated the space to host the luncheon. The City of Torrance will start curb pickup of Christmas trees this week. If your holiday tree is starting to dry out, you can put it out this Friday. If you can't fit your tree in the regular green waste recycling container, then you can put it out in front of your house for pickup. Staff is asking residents to place it at the curb at least 4 feet from your collection containers by 7 a.m. on your regular scheduled collection day. A separate truck will collect the trees to use as mulch and landfill cover. Now, if you plan to place it in your green container, trees must be unflocked, less than 6 feet long without cutting, and have all decorations removed. Flocked trees can't be recycled. If it's flocked, cut the tree in half and place it in your black refuse container. Curb pickup will continue until January 9th. Head to torranceca.gov for more information. With the holidays ahead of us, Torrance Transit wants to remind commuters that buses will not be en route on Christmas Day and New Year's Day. Torrance Transit did operate today and plans to operate on New Year's Eve. To stay up to date, you can always download the Transit app from the Apple or Google Play Store. There is an interagency app that helps riders with trip planning in real time. The app recognizes your location and will suggest the best transit options for you. Now, with the season of giving underway, you still have time to sign up for a county-wide initiative. The annual Greater Los Angeles Homeless Count takes place again this year, and over 3 nights in January, various cities will participate, including Torrance. The city is a deployment site once again, where participants will be trained the night of the count. Volunteers will count all census tracts in the city. It is one of many ways administrators quantify the homeless epidemic that affects every city in this region, which helps guide funding and resources. You can register right now, and it takes place on the evening of January 22nd. Go online to theycountwillyou.org to register. One of Torrance's most popular holiday traditions is in full force again this year. People of all ages come from far and near to see the display of holiday lights that spans blocks and blocks of the small community of Seaside Ranchos. As reporter Colleen Farrell reports, some new rules are in place this year to make the experience safer and more enjoyable for residents and visitors.
The trek down Doris Way of the Seaside Ranchos community of Torrance is, as it's been for the past 34 years, a sight to behold. Its transformation into what's known as Candy Cane Lane or Sleepy Hollow during the holiday season makes it a community residents like Mary Michael are proud to call home.
We love it. We think it's very festive. People enjoy coming here. We enjoy doing this for the community.
This year, Michael had to make a few logistical adjustments while planning a holiday party at the home she's lived in since 2002.
Went a little bit earlier. It's in the middle of the week, not on a weekend. And we've told them to try to Uber or Lyft. And if not, they can park at South High and we'll go pick them up and bring them over.
That's because the Torrance City Council passed new rules to make the experience safer for residents and visitors. Stationary street vending seen here at last year's event is now banned. Roaming vendors are still allowed with sidewalk restrictions. To keep it clean, new trash cans are now scattered throughout the neighborhood, and parking on one side of the street is dedicated for emergency services. Among the new safety measures was installation of this stop sign here on the corner of Roberts Road and Doris Way. Some residents say it's helped to slow down traffic, making it safer for both pedestrians and motorists. But some neighbors say the solutions are less than perfect.
I think it would be wonderful to have resident parking permits, and we could have permits for ourselves so we can park in front of our house, and we could also have permits for our guests so we could still have parties. I like to have parties.
Still, while the streets feel a little quieter this year, at least during the week, it hasn't deterred those seeking a glimpse at the neighborhood's array of legendary decorations.
We actually came all the way from Los Angeles to be here, so we probably drove over an hour. It was worth it though.
I feel like this is like a good Christmas type of thing to do, whether you're going on a date or whether, going out with family or friends, kids, things like that.
And so it remains a must-see for those seeking a little holiday magic here in Torrance. For Torrance City Cable, I'm Colleen Farrell.
Thanks, Colleen. You can check out the lights at Sleepy Hollow through January 1st. Then don't forget to check out the city's Facebook page on New Year's Day to watch the beautiful Torrance Rose Float go down Colorado Boulevard in Pasadena. The 2020 Tournament of Roses Parade announced the lineup for the big day. City of Torrance, our Garden of Hope and Dreams float will be the 66th float along the parade route out of 90. Volunteers have been prepping all of the materials for the float and will begin decorating this Thursday. Then this Saturday, Torrance Mayor Patrick Fury and City Council members will also make their way to Urbandale, where they'll get a first look at the float. This year marks the 65th entry for the City of Torrance and 131st anniversary of the parade. This year's creation depicts the Pinewind Japanese Garden at the Torrance Cultural Arts Center. You can still sign up to become a member and participate in the various decorating days. Head to torrancerosefloat.org. 2 restaurants in the city are participating in a week-long culinary experience showcasing the flavors of Los Angeles. You can now make reservations for the upcoming DineLA Restaurant Week that takes place twice a year. It highlights the diversity of culinary experiences LA has to offer. 2 restaurants in Torrance are also participating, including Gayukaku and Madre, a Oaxacan restaurant in Mezcaleria. They're offering a lunch and dinner specials with prices for a dinner at $39. Madre's lunch menu is available online and it offers a choice of appetizer, lunch, entree, and dessert. There are more than 400 restaurants taking part. While reservations are urged, you can always stop by a participating restaurant and ask for the DineLA Restaurant Week menu. For more information, head to discoverlosangeles.com/DineLA. Restaurant Week kicks off January 17th and runs through the 31st. Renovations at a well-known restaurant and bakery in Torrance is finally complete and reopened for business. Hoffs Hot, located on Crenshaw Boulevard, is serving customers once again after being closed for nearly 10 months. The restaurant now has a brand new kitchen and bright new airy look. It was a remodel after 30 years. The casual Southern California family restaurant chain since 1951 cooks up popular hamburgers, chili, breakfast, and fresh pies. Now let's get to the weather. Today there was a high of 60 degrees and a low of 50 tonight. The rain will return for Christmas morning starting around 8 a.m. The high is expected to be 56 degrees with a low of 48. Then on Thursday, there is a high of 55 with a low of 48. If you're still looking to get your last-minute shopping in, you're in luck. The DineLA Fashion Center is open today from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. The mall will be closed on Christmas Day, but will reopen on the 26th. The mall will also be open on New Year's Eve from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on New Year's Day from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Some new stores that recently opened include MeUndies and Cub Coats. Also, if you want to take a break from shopping, DineLA is making sure customers can experience more while at the mall. You can stop by the new location, Zoomy Kids Club. It offers guests of all ages entertainment with activities to a place where you can host events and parties. It's located on the main level next to Dick's Sporting Goods. Also, a new VR experience featuring Star Wars called Lightsaber Dojo is offering an arcade-style virtual reality training experience. Then, looking ahead, the DineLA Fashion Center is gearing up and prepping to open up Coffee World, an immersive interactive experience at the outdoor village across from the Outback Steakhouse. People will have the opportunity to learn more about coffee. To check out the full list of stores, head to simon.com. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reported the number of flu cases in the United States has dramatically increased recently. The flu is widespread in 30 states and has killed 2,000 people this season already, including 19 children. Since late last week, every state reported an elevated activity. The CDC says most patients have been infected with the strain B that usually doesn't appear until the end of the flu season. The latest flu view shows that the number of states experiencing high levels of flu activity nearly doubled. Now, while the CDC recommended people to get their shots in October, getting vaccinated later is still beneficial even into January and February. Well, here are some upcoming events for the week. Families are invited to build and code Lego We Do kits this Saturday. It's a first come, first serve from 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. The event is at the Walteria Library. Then this Sunday, the DineLA Fashion Center is celebrating Hanukkah from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. in partnership with Chabad of South Bay and the mall. You can attend the event where the menorah is a giant lollipop. There'll be entertainment, traditional food, and a chance to decorate a donut and much more. Well, that does it for Newsbreak Live. If you have news or video that you'd like to share, please email us at newsbreak@torranceca.gov. Also, if you missed any portion of the show, you can catch it all on Torrance CitiCABLE's YouTube page. Have a great night and happy holidays.